morning, WHS. I am Sam Cohlhepp here with Brian and Levine. Today we are here to talk about the housing issues throughout Massachusetts.
Currently, many people are suffering from not being able to afford housing, leading to homelessness throughout the state.
Research shows that the prices in Massachusetts for homes have gone up 73%, but the yearly income has only increased by 4%.
222,000 new housing units would be needed by the year 2035 to keep up with the demand for housing in Massachusetts.
Specifically, the greater Boston area is about 38,000 housing units short of what we need today. This can continue to grow up to 90,000 if there isn't any new production of the homes.
Unfortunately, Massachusetts is one of the most densely populated states in the country, and there isn't much vacant land around Boston to use.
Our town of Westboro is known to have high housing costs, while also having a shortage of affordable housing.
The Westboro Affordable Housing Trust is one of the programs that is actively trying to fix this problem.
We have Lobby O reporter Suveera interviewing Ed Bain, a retired Affordable Housing Trust worker who is currently volunteering with the AARP program.
Off to you, Suveera.
Hi, I'm Suveera Kummarikuntla, reporting for the Lobby Observer. Today I'm here with
Ed Bain.
And we're here to talk about the Westboro Affordable Housing Trust. So Ed, can you explain more about the Westboro Affordable Housing Trust?
Sure. We were set up about 5 years ago by town meeting, and we're a trust, which is a government entity that the town meeting set up. People voted to set it up, really for the purpose of encouraging development of more affordable housing options here in Westboro. So what we're trying to do is develop various programs and actual housing and working with others to try to create more affordable housing. I mean, Westboro, there's wealth in the town, but not everybody is wealthy.
Yeah. What situations do you see these people come from that need those affordable housing?
We really see, it's almost at, I'll say, two ends of a spectrum. It's very difficult for a young person to find what I call a starter home.
Yeah.
The other side is seniors. A lot of seniors would like to, what we call, age in community. In other words, maybe they've lived in a bigger house, raised their family here in Westboro.
Yeah.
They would like to stay in town, but with real estate taxes going up, which follows the increase in housing prices, it makes it more difficult for them to stay in, a bigger house. We tend to see the need at those two extremes, mostly, for affordable housing.
What are some of the ways the Housing Trust provides affordable housing?
There's a number of programs and initiatives we have, and we can sort of break them into two rough areas, okay? One is where we actually develop housing, where we provide subsidies or money to offset the cost of the actual building of let's say, a small house or a cottage. The other side is where we help developers possibly increase the number of units that are affordable.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suveera. It's great to see that the Westboro Affordable Housing Trust is addressing this problem and solving it.
There is also a 2024 to 2029 Westboro Housing Production Plan, which will establish a framework for the planning and development of affordable housing in Westboro for the next 5 years.
It's good to hear that the town of Westboro cares and is taking initiative about the housing problems.
We also looked more into the homelessness issues in Massachusetts. The percentage of homelessness in Massachusetts has seen a big increase. It has gone up 53% from 2023 to 2024.
Last year, there were about 20,068 people who were homeless in Massachusetts. Thankfully, our high school club, Westboro Helps the Homeless, is actively trying to fight for a change.
One of our reporters, Erin Mullen, interviewed the president of the Help the Homeless Club, Molly Johnston, to get more insight on the impact of the club.
Off to you, Erin.
Good morning, I'm here with Molly Johnston, the president of Westboro Helps the Homeless, and I'm just going to ask her a couple questions. What inspired you to be the president of Westboro Helps the Homeless?
Maggie Hanlon inspired me. She was the creator of the club and the president for the last couple of years, and a good friend of mine. And I just really appreciate all the work she did, and I love volunteering, so decided to take over for her.
That's wonderful. What are some things that you and Maggie have done with the club, and what is your current focus?
We have raised tons of money for the pantry in Westboro. We volunteered in Worcester for during the Christmas season for families who are struggling, as well as raised money and worked at the Night in the Cold for Horizons for Homeless.
That sounds awesome. Is there anything that people not in the club can do to assist the homeless as well?
My biggest thing to say is donate to the food pantry whenever you can, or if you can, donate directly to organizations for the homeless, just to help in whatever way you can. But at our age, I'd say look for volunteer options is also a huge thing.
That sounds great. Are we able to help the majority of the homeless population in Westboro and in Massachusetts by doing these things?
I believe we are. I think every little impact helps, and especially when we raise money and do the Night in the Cold for Horizons for Homeless. That is based in Boston, and they do a ton of work and raise a ton of money with that event, and we are directly helping that event.
All right, thank you so much, Mullen.
Thank you, Erin. It's amazing that the club is raising money for the homeless population.
Please donate to the club if you're able to. It would truly make a difference.
This was Brian Levine and Sam Cohlhepp reporting for the Lobby Observer from Studio 33 at Westboro TV.